Please welcome to the stage, Shab Ibrahim, ladies and gentlemen.
How's everyone doing? Pretty good. My name's Shab. Most of you lot don't know me, so a bit of background on me. My dad's black, my mum's white, which makes me, anyone? Mexican for some reason. I didn't know I was Mexican until the 2010 World Cup. A Rastafarian walked up to me after they lost and said, "Hey Mexico, what happened?" I later had my suspicions confirmed by a Colombian friend of mine. "Hey, Mexicano, man. Hey, you look like Mexicano. Hey, don't go to America, man. They're not gonna let you in." Now, despite being black, I haven't had a lot of luck in the job market. I set my sights high, you know, teaching assistant, but it didn't pan out. On my first day, one of the kids said to me, "Your lip is so big, it's bigger than your head." And then his friend said, "Yeah, and your head's so big, it's bigger than your lip." I'm not gonna lie, it took everything I had not to pimp slap both of them. I don't care if they're 7. That makes it worse. Right then and there, I knew I was in the wrong game. It wasn't just that I hated the kids. Well, it was actually. That's why I decided to try and get as far away from them as I could. Start caring for the elderly instead. But turns out I don't care too much for them either. Or their families. They keep telling you before you start how rewarding it is, but then when you get out there, you realise something else. A lot of people don't like carers. They got a bad rep. Every time you see one on TV, they're always on hidden camera, aren't they? Panorama doesn't expose, you got to go work next day. People already don't trust carers, and on top of that, a lot of patients got dementia, which makes them suspicious. You ask them if they want a cup of tea, and they look at you like they want to fucking kill you. And some of them can, because sometimes dementia makes you strong. My first patient was an old military professor. You're trying to put on a support stocking and you feel like you're in Full Metal Jacket. "I'm going to stab you, you know." Yes, Professor. "Do you know what I'm going to stab you with?" "Javelin." "Oh, it's quite a good idea, actually." I hadn't come up with myself. He'd already told me 50 times that morning he was going to stab me with javelin. He had dementia, right? But there wasn't one day when he forgot to mention how much he hated my guts. "I hate you, you common swine!" Yes. I try and diffuse the situation. Yes, you hate everyone, don't you, Professor? "No, just you." The next patient they gave me wasn't even old. He was a crackhead. Tried to get me to do his spring cleaning. "Now, when you do the toilet, can you make sure you do concentric circles when you scrub? I find you get more off that way." Also, the last guy that came, when he did the bath, he left a bit of a soapy residue. It's a bit harsh on my skin. "Do you mind giving it a real proper rinse this time, yeah?" It was at this precise moment that I had an existential breakdown. I'm getting paid a total of £7, before tax, to deep clean a crack den. And not only that, I'm now getting micromanaged by someone who can't even manage their own nostril. I just took a step back when I realised I was being a hypocrite. Not because I used to smoke crack or anything. I've got too much respect for myself for that. It was methadone that I was addicted to. This was years back though, 2010, in a different time. I don't know if any of you don't remember, but back then you could get it off the internet. Oh, what an age to be alive. But obviously there's a downside to that as well. It's easy to get cocky when something costs £10 a gram. Fuck it, let's just order 50 more grams, wait for next day delivery and then get back on it. I was in it for the conversation mostly. You'd all be sat around, have something like Hadaway braying from the laptop. People saying stuff like, "When you think about it, isn't the internet mad?" Or, "What do you like better, Pantene Pro V or Herbal Essences?" A lot of good memories. Well, not that many actually, because methadone and racism. I do remember the day it got banned though, funny enough. People shoved it up their bum or something, killed him, I can't remember, but, well, I just can, but. I felt like I died after it got made illegal. It wasn't just the withdrawals. I had an online order pending on the day the ban came into effect. The company I placed it with, Research Chemicals, kept the money. They never think about the real-world impact of this kind of legislation, do they? Drug dealers weren't any better. As soon as it got made legal, they doubled their price. You knew it was the same shit, now cut. Just being taken advantage of. I felt like saying we're addicts, we're not saps. I was telling this to my new patient. He said, look, mate, that's the government for you, but I will say, keep this in mind. That toilet ain't going to scrub itself. Thank you.